Alright, so here's part 2 of the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra settings. So I like these swipe gestures, and then I don't like these physical buttons. You can leave the physical buttons if you want, and then you should be able to hide them as well. But I don't like them pushing up the bottom of my screen. When you have the things permanently down here, it creates burn-in on the screen, so I don't like that. So usually I hide all of my the buttons and everything. Okay, so with the swipe gestures here you can swipe from the bottom. So if you swipe up from here, like I can go to here, it'll go to the home screen. And then if I swipe up from there, I can go back to the menu and then swipe there for the back button. Okay, so I like that. I tried doing this swipe from the sides and bottom and I couldn't get that to work. But yeah, so I don't use that feature. Okay, then you can also change the button order, of course. The gesture hints, it puts little bars down here so you can know where to swipe up from, but I don't really need those hints, so I just turn that off. All right. Then you got you can add a button to show or hide the keyboard. So if you were to go into, like, let's say you're searching something, okay. Oops. So let's say you're searching something. So you have the keyboard here. You can turn off the, or you can hide the keyboard by pushing this little down arrow button here. I didn't like that because it makes like a giant white bar at the bottom. If it was like a dark mode button, then I would probably use it. But since it makes a white bar, I'm kind of worried it'll burn in the screen as well and make a bright or a dark spot, dark line across the bottom of my screen. All right. Then you got block gestures with S Pen. So this makes it so if you're using your S Pen near the bottom, you don't accidentally push the little buttons down there or swipe them up. Okay, so I don't need to activate these buttons, the home and back buttons, with the S Pen, so I turn that off. All right, I'm used to the menu buttons being this way, so that's the way I have it. All right. Then you got accidental touch protection. So if the phone detects that it's in a pocket or something, then if you like move your hand or push it, it'll say like it detected like an accidental touch. I don't know if I can get it to activate, but basically it'll say accidental touch detected, and then it'll ask you to like swipe away the lock so it unlocks your screen. So that's to prevent like butt dials and stuff like that. Okay, then you can increase your touch sensitivity. So if you have, I guess, thin gloves on or a screen protector, you'll want to enable that. It'll make the touch a little bit more, a little bit better. The show charging information. So if your screen is off, it will show the charging information, like the percentage and everything, when your screen is in the off mode. But I don't like having stuff always on my screen because of the screen burn-in things in the past. So that's why I removed that. Okay, so you can also set a screensaver if you want, but I don't know why you'd want your screen to permanently stay on and also make your screen dimmer and dimmer. People keep messaging me. Okay, so let's close that. All right, so now we got that out of the way. What was that? The display? Okay. So now we'll go to wallpaper. So, I mean, you know what the wallpaper is. You can set whatever you want. This actually shows a preview of my lock screen and my, I guess it shows a preview of any lock screen. It's not actually your specific one because I don't have that little Google thing either. Anyways, then yeah, you can set your wallpapers. You can get pre-downloaded wallpapers. I just like everything blacked out as much as possible. So what I did was I just took a screenshot and then I just used the pen to black it out. And then I just cropped like a small little edge of the purely black drawing. And then I set that as my wallpaper. So they also got wallpaper services for dynamic. I guess those are like the animated moving ones. And then I also applied dark mode to my wallpaper. So you can do that as well. All right. Let's see here. All right, so other than that, then you got themes. So if you want, you can use, let's see, receive promotions from Galaxy Store themes. I'll just allow it. Anyways, so you can pick themes that will change all your icons and things like that, but I manually set my icons and everything. If you noticed, all my icons are like blacked out or black and white. Okay, the widgets, they don't listen to that, so it doesn't work. All right, anyways, back to the settings. Okay, so we got the settings here, back to wallpapers, themes. Okay, we already looked at that. So the lock screen, you got the lock type. You can, of course, pick what kind of lock you want. You can do a swipe with no security, so you just swipe your screen, it'll unlock. You can set a pattern where it will have 9 dots, and you can set whatever pattern with those 9 dots you want. Then you can have a pin, which is, they say, medium security, and then the highest security is a password where you actually type out a long password. Or you can just set no lock at all. All right, then they have, for biometrics, they have face unlock. I don't use that because I've seen people find ways around that. That they can, let me turn off my notifications on this. Okay, here we go. So yeah, so I've seen some where people will use pictures or something, and now maybe they can even do like a 3D image of your face. So I don't trust that. And then the fingerprints, you have to physically have the phone to press that. So I feel fingerprints is probably the hardest to mimic, even though people said there's ways to do it. But how many people are gonna like spray down your surface, get a thing of your fingerprint, and then try and bring it over here? It's gonna be a lot more difficult than them finding pictures of your face and creating a 3D makeup. Okay. All right, let's see what else. Actually, I should probably mute notifications from them. They keep messaging me. Anyways, so then you got smart lock. So smart lock is if you have your phone that's on your body, like it'll detect that you have it with you, so it won't relock your phone. If you turn on trusted places, you can add specific locations where you are and that your phone won't lock. And then you can also do trusted devices. So if it detects it's connected to your Bluetooth or something, it'll keep your phone from locking. I don't like the trusted device one because if someone steals your phone and your Bluetooth device, then your phone won't lock. So yeah, be careful with that one. All right, then you got secure lock. Man, it's gonna keep asking my PIN. So you got secure lock, so you can have it lock automatically after a few seconds, or immediately. So if you turn off your screen, or if the screen turns itself off, and you turn it back on, it won't be locked immediately. But if you press the button to turn off the screen, it will immediately lock your phone anyways. Okay, so let's see. Then you got lock in. Oh, that's the option I was talking about, where if you lock instantly with the side key. So if you turn it off with this, then your phone will lock itself and they have to put the password. I think if you turn that off and have the lock automatically thing on, then it won't lock instantly, even if you press the button. So you can turn your phone on and off and on and off as long as it's within that. They have this auto factory reset. If you mess up your password 15 times, then it will automatically wipe out your phone. I don't want to use that because if someone picks up your phone and starts messing with it and they get your password wrong 15 times, then you're basically screwed. Like your stuff is all going to be gone. It took so long to even set this up. I don't want to even risk that. Then you got lock network and security. So basically you can lock your wireless and mobile data. So that way if someone gets your phone, they can't turn those off. And that will make it easier to kind of locate your phone. If they're trying to turn off your phone, then they can't do it. All right, then you got the show lockdown option. So let's see here. So display a power button option that turns off smart lock, biometrics, unlock, and notifications on the lock screen. I didn't know how that worked. I guess I didn't really try it enough, but I guess with this, when you try and turn off the phone, then it gives an option to turn off all the smart lock features. All right, so let's see, secure lock. Oh man, there's too much stuff. Okay, I think that's the one I just did. So then there's the always on display. Again, I don't use that because I don't like static stuff on my screen that can cause burn-in. So I turn that off. Wallpaper services. Show guide page. Swipe left on the lock screen to see a guide page. I don't know what that is. Let's see what that is. Guide page. Nothing happens. Guide page. Oh, there we go. So here you can see like these dynamic things. So it says it'll change the image on your lock screen each time you turn on the screen. Okay. So every 2 weeks they'll send you new images. Okay, so I guess if you like to see random pictures other people took, you can select this. It's similar to how Windows 10, every so often it'll change your background. So that's what that is. All right. So I don't want that. I guess I'll turn that off. Let's see if that actually went away. Okay, yeah. So that went away. I don't need that guide screen. Okay. So clock style, you can set the type of clock you want. I just like to see the date and the time. All right. So you can go through all that if you want. All right, so we got the roaming clock. The roaming clock is if you travel a lot, then it will actually show you the time based on where you are. Sometimes it takes a while to update the clock, so just keep that in mind. All right, face widgets. Let's see, show useful information on the lock screen. So this might be, some of these stuff might not work because I use custom like home screens and things like that. But anyways, so on your lock screen, if you have music playing, it will show like this music playing thing that you can change it. You can have it show your schedule, your next alarm. You can have it show the weather. You can have it show Bixby routines. Bixby routines I'll kind of explain on another one because they'll show that later. All right. And you can also change the order of those things that show up. Okay. So contact information, if you want, if on the lock screen, as you can see, it shows like the phone number there. So basically it says if like you can write whatever you want there, a message. So you don't have to put contact information. You can put just like, hi, how are you, or something, or yeah. But that's basically if someone honest finds your phone, then hopefully they will return it to you or find a way to return it to you. Okay. Then you got the notifications. If you want, you can have it show the little notification icons that were up here. You can have that show up on your lock screen. I don't like it showing all that random junk there. All right. And then you got the bottom corners that you can set shortcuts. So as you saw, I set the flashlight and that Tesla icon. Or if you didn't see the first video, that's what I set. I don't actually have a car, but if you want, you can use my referral code. I mentioned that in the first video. All right. You can set it to bottom corners or floating button. So if you do floating button here, I'll show you what that is. So when your screen is locked, so let's say you're unlocking, you can hold the button and you can keep holding it, and then it will give you the option to do that. Okay, I didn't like that option, so I turned that off. All right, so we will go back to here and change it back to the bottom corners. All right, I have to turn my flashlight back off. Okay, so you got all of that, notifications, shortcuts, and the about stuff is just like stuff you don't need. Okay. Okay, biometrics and security. So here you can turn on the face recognition. I didn't register my face because what I said earlier, I feel it might be a security risk issue thing. Then you got the fingerprints. So I added 4 fingerprints. So if I'm holding my phone, I use my thumbs. If my phone's on the desk, I use my index finger. So I enabled all 4. They only let you register 4. I wish they let you register more because sometimes I'll use my middle finger. But yeah. All right, then you got the biometrics preferences. So you can change the screen transition effect. I don't really like transition effects on my phone or any device. I just want it to open. I don't want like a slowly opening thing. So I'll explain that in another thing that you can turn off the animations. Biometric security patch. Okay, that's if you do that, it checks for updates to see if there's anything weird. So you got Google Play Protect. It scans for weird apps. So if you want, you can run that and then scan if there's any apps that might be fishy that Google thinks are messed up. You can also click security patch update on that and it'll update any security services. I don't know why they do so many different update thingies. They should have it all in one place that you just click one button and it updates everything. But I guess at least you don't have to update all of it at once. That might be a benefit as well. If your phone's working fine, you don't want to update stuff that messes it up. Then they got Google Play system update, same thing. Find My Mobile, so I have that on without remote unlock. So can I turn that on? So remote unlock, it'll let you basically unlock your phone remotely. So that means you can you can unlock your phone even though you're far away, and then you can unlock the phone through your Samsung account. So that's kind of nice. So maybe I'll turn that on. All right, what's this? Back up your pin. Okay. So if you unlock it with this, then that way if you forget your unlock thing on your phone itself, you can control it with the Find My Mobile thing. So they have the website here, https findmymobilesamsung.com. So that way you can actually locate your phone and things like that using your Samsung account. So it'll have the email there to do that. All right. And then you got, let's see, send last location. So the last location, it sees your phone. If your battery is running out, it'll send the last location so you can find that. Then they got offline finding. So that way you can find your phone even though it's offline and help other people find their devices. Oh, okay. So I guess this is like the tile thing. If you've seen those tiles where it basically pings other tile devices, I guess the offline finding does something similar where it'll ping their Bluetooth and then it will give like an approximate location based on all the Bluetooths. And this also helps other people find their phones. So, all right, it's just like the tile thing. Okay, what else here? So we got Find My Mobile. Okay, Samsung Pass. I don't know if this is gonna show stuff that I shouldn't show. Okay. Okay, the Samsung Pass is basically all your stored passwords with Samsung Pass. It keeps them as like little files. It doesn't show the password, but it shows like the usernames and stuff. Then you got secure folder. You can set up if you want to hide stuff in there. Probably everyone's hiding their porn or something in there, but I'd hide like confidential like documents and things that maybe your password folder. If you have like a file with all your passwords or something, you can keep something like that in there. If you have like tax documents or something, you can keep that and it'll keep it from other people seeing it. All right, then you got secure Wi-Fi. I don't use this because I've noticed it messes up some apps. They don't work properly with this on, but basically this stops your personal data from getting accessed if you're accessing a public Wi-Fi that, or if other people are on your Wi-Fi that you don't trust, you can enable that. All right. I don't know what this blockchain key store thingy is. Oh, okay. So this is if you do cryptocurrency, it acts as like a wallet, so you can use your cryptocurrency basically like the Samsung Pay. All right, then you can have it, it tells you like if there's unknown apps, you can have it help like install them. So I don't know what all these not allowed are. All right, and then you can also encrypt or decrypt your SD card. I don't have an SD card in there right now, but you can encrypt it so that way if somebody takes your SD card out, they can't read the data. And let's see, other security settings. So you can set up a SIM card lock, so the SIM is locked to your phone that they can't take your SIM card and use it in another device. I don't really care about that because if I lose my SIM card, I will basically call my carrier and they will block it for me. So I don't mind having them do that. And sometimes if they can't get in my phone, they might use the SIM card to try and contact me. So sometimes I'll leave that active for that purpose as well. Hopefully they're honest and don't like make some calls that cost me money. And then you can have passwords visible. So if you want, when you're typing out your password, it'll reveal the letters that you're typing. So if you constantly are pushing the wrong letters on your keyboard, then this will be helpful. All right, device admin apps. I don't know what that is. Device admin apps. So I don't know what this. Okay, so allow Find My Device to lock or erase a lost device. Okay. Oh, these are just the regular things. I don't know what the device admin apps thing does. So if you know what it is, you can comment it below and let people know. Then you got storage type. Here, let's see. Why isn't it going? Back up to hardware. Okay, I guess this is just information. So it'll display the security certificates for, I guess, for websites and things like that, and user certificates. install from device storage. So you can install certificates from your storage if you want, and then you can clear the credentials. I'm going to leave all of those alone. Then they also have this pin windows thing. So pin an app to the screen to prevent others from accessing features outside of the pinned app. So you can pin an app to your screen so it will stay on the screen. And then messages, calling and messages are blocked. Features such as calling and messages are blocked. Okay, so to pin an app to the screen, turn on the pin windows, open an app, press the recents button, tap the icon above the app, then select pin this app. Okay, if I remember correctly, let's see. I don't understand this where it blocks. I never had it do that before, but before when you pin it, like let's say you hold this, there's an option to pin. So if you hold the little icon here, there used to be like an option to pin the app so it stays on this screen even if you close all of them. But I don't want it to block my calls and stuff, so I guess I won't enable that this time. But here you can have it keep open for quick launching. So if you open a lot of stuff and it uses the RAM, you can have it stay open so it can launch easily. You can change the size of the app. Oh, I don't want it to do that. So, oops, now I have to go through this again. So you can change all of that. What was I doing? Locations, biometrics, and security. Okay, I think we went through all of that. Okay, so that's the pin. Okay, and then security policy, you can have it keep up to date. But that's one thing I wanted to mention. When you hold these, you can actually see the app info. You can open it in split screen or pop-up view. So if you do pop-up, it makes it this little window like this. So you can move it around. You can minimize it to these little bubbles. Okay, so this is like if you want to have multiple things open. You can change if it's like transparent or not. These are like nice features that probably a lot of people don't know to use. All right, so I'm going to leave it open. And then let's see here. You can re-maximize it or you can close it. And also they have this other mode where you can split screen, so it will do this, and then you can adjust like, why isn't it letting me do it? Okay, so you can adjust like how tall or how short you want this window to be. And then if you want to switch their places, you tap that and then you can, it should let you, let me see if I open another thing. So let's open, what should I open here? We'll open the Galaxy themes down there. So, oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so I full screen the Samsung Galaxy themes, and then, yeah, so if you press this twice, you can actually flip their spots, okay? And then to get rid of it, you just swipe it all the way up. Okay, so let's see, this video is getting pretty long, so I'm gonna have to start another one soon. Let's see, so we got the biometric security, so you got privacy, so you can see the permissions. So here you can see what permissions you allowed for each different thing or what's using these. So here you can see what apps have the ability to access your messages and things like that. So you can see quickly if they have permission. All right, and then you can enable send diagnostic data or turn it off. Some people get paranoid, so they turn that off. Then you got the Samsung account privacy things. And let me okay, so you got that. I think these are all just, I'm not going to open any of these. These are all like stuff that aren't settings for the phone. Okay, so you got all of this and it just tells you information about your phone. Okay, location. So location is like the GPS stuff so the apps can know where you are. Some people don't like that. They think turning it off will stop people from tracking them. But the location, the main purpose for it is so that when you go searching, like let's say Starbucks, I don't really go to Starbucks, but I have the app there because people keep sending me gift cards for that. But when you go to Starbucks, the app, and then you have it like find the nearest one, it'll automatically be able to find it. You don't have to like type in your address and all of that stuff. So you can also improve permission by using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so it will use those to help with identifying your location. Okay, then you got the same for emergency location so that in like 911 calls, they can know where you are, and all of these other things. So I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, accounts and backups. So in here, you can view, I don't want to show it, but you can view all the accounts like Facebook, your email, whatever other apps you use. It'll show the email addresses there. You can back up and restore it using this. You can also back up and save stuff with Samsung Cloud, and then Smart Switch to transfer stuff to a new phone. All right. So now that we've done that, it's about time I need to start a new video. So I'll see you in part 3. All right. Bye.